The first thing you want to do to solve an absolute value inequality is to write a compound inequality without the absolute values. The first inequality that I need to write here is going to be 5x minus 2 is less than or equal to 13. So basically it's the exact same inequality except I drop the absolute value signs. The second inequality is almost the same. I'll have 5x minus 2. The two differences, I will change the direction of the inequality and I'll change the sign of the right-hand side. And then the last thing that I need to do is figure out if I'm going to use an and or an or to connect the two inequalities. If you have an absolute value that is less than a number, you'll use and. If you have an absolute value that is greater than or equal to, you'll use or. So here I have absolute value less than 13. Because of that, I need to connect these with an and. Now I just need to solve both of the inequalities. For the left-hand inequality, I'll add 2 to both sides. This will give me 5x is less than or equal to 15. And when I divide both sides by 5, I'll get x is less than or equal to 3. Same idea on the right-hand inequality. I'll add 2 to both sides. 5x will be greater than or equal to negative 13 plus 2, which is negative 11. If I divide both sides by 5, I'll have x is greater than or equal to negative 11 fifths. So I also need to make a graph of this. And what I want to look at in the graph is I need a region where x is smaller than or to the left of 3 and also greater than or to the right of negative 11 fifths. So the first inequality, starting at positive 3, I need values that are to the left. Second inequality, I need values that are to the right of negative 11 fifths. So that's going to be here. And then I need, because of the connector and, to figure out where these two things overlap. They overlap between negative 11 fifths and 3. So my graph is going to be shaded between those two regions. And to show that I include the endpoints, I'll use a square bracket. If I were to write the solution using interval notation, I would go from negative 11 fifths to 3, including both endpoints with the square brackets.